What's going on, guys? This is your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a Texas hospital that has recently required that their staff receive the jab in order to stay on and work at that facility. Now, if I'm correct, there's about 178 people who were actually not getting jabbed and filing a lawsuit against the hospital for that. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the results of this and what this means for potentially all of us in the future. Let's jump into this. Alright guys, I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. If it's your first time here, do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. Article right here. Judge tosses lawsuit by Texas hospital employees challenging forced COVID vaccinations. And yes, it is forced, okay? And I mean, I'm wondering if I can use coercion on this, all right? You know, if this is the proper way to use the term. Because I may have been using it wrong in the past, and that's okay because it's my show. I mean, but it's all good. Somebody let me know that that it might not be exactly what I'm saying. But I'm wondering if this holds up to the statute of said coercion. Take the jab or lose your job. I mean, lose your ability to provide for your family. I mean, so I'm wondering if this applies in that nature. Now, what's key, this was a couple weeks ago, the feds actually said that employers can require workers to receive the COVID vaccination. So, the feds have already backed the employers, and this is what I've been saying the whole time about fascism, okay? Of course, everybody was spitting out last year who was a fascist, and it was Trump, the Republican Party's fascist. But ain't nobody spitting talking about no fascism here. You know, as far as through employers, and the employers are taking their cues from their overlords, which is in the government. Okay, I mean that's what they're doing. That's what the fascism is. The combination of the private sector with the government. And so the government don't have to make you do anything. So no. We ain't got no mandates. We ain't mandate nobody get nothing. But your employers can. You want to keep your job, don't you? Don't you want to keep your job? You got a good paying job right now? You want to start back over? Go ahead and get your jab, but hey, employers, make them get their jab, okay? Make them do it. I mean, we don't care what happens to them. They become paralyzed. If something else happens to them, who cares? Myocarditis, we could give a damn. Go on and jab them, all right? And whatever happens, happens. It's like, dang, bud. Now, once again, no mention. Nobody scribbled it on a sheet of paper. Nobody wrote it on a note, okay? Nothing talked about natural immunity, all right? I mean, you figured that it would be okay for your employer, you know, to show them papers as far as natural immunity. It's like, hey, bud, I had the disease that shall not be named. Therefore, I have a level of natural immunity. I was like, oh, no. We all know about natural immunity, okay? It's a myth, all right? Natural immunity is a myth. It's almost like Thor, you know, the Greek gods. Those things are myths. Nobody actually seen them, okay? I mean, nobody's seen it at all. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Natural immunity's gotten a bad rap right here recently, okay? And it's flat out blasphemous to utter those words, okay? I mean, it's almost punishable by death to utter those words without a shadow of a doubt. So, we see right here, bud, I mean, federal law to require workers to get the CV-19 vaccination before they go back to physical workplace. They can't require it. And, of course, they say they must provide reasonable accommodations. Disability, pregnancy, or for religious reasons. But don't nobody care about that stuff, okay? When you go and take it to a judge or whatever, they'd be like, oh, whatever. Unless it's a judge that's got some sense, but we know that they're few and far in between right now, okay? They're part of the problem as well. Let's get serious about it, all right? Now, at one point in time, OSHA had came out and said, it's like, hey, man, as an employer, if you require somebody to get the jab, and they have an adverse reaction to it and or death or something of that nature, then we're going to count it as a work-related incident. Therefore, what was it, workman's comp and things of that nature would come into play. But then, like 2 days later, they backed out of it. Oh, no, you ain't got to do it. I said, bud, can somebody take a stand? Nobody will take a stand, bud. And the thing is, the other people at your job, they should be like, no, I mean, if they don't want to take it, then they shouldn't have to take it, okay? I mean, I'm good. The jab works, right? Why are y'all so scared if the jab works? What are you afraid of? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You've told me it's efficacious. You told me how many percentile is efficacious, okay? You told me that it slows down the spread of the disease, gives you less symptoms, which is something different than you not getting it at all. But so why y'all in a tizzy if I don't get it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why I've always said there's something nefarious behind it. Ain't no doubt about it. Now, I've always said I'm not out here to tell people what to do. It is your business. It is your life. If you want to receive the jab, then roll both arms up. Not both arms. Both sleeves up. Damn. You roll your arms up. I mean, I don't even know what's gonna happen. You try to roll your arms up. That was stupid. But look, sometimes I get a little tongue twisted, and that's okay. But okay, so we see this right here. Let me get back into the articles. So we're going back to this judge that tossed the lawsuit. All right. Now this was at Houston Methodist, and yeah, that's the hospital in Texas. Okay. Now it says right here that a group of 117 Houston Methodist employees filed a lawsuit against their employer last month, arguing that policy requiring CV-19 vaccination is unlawful. Now, I do know that, because I know somebody's going to put this in the comment section below, okay, well, potentially. It's like, well, they make them take the flu jab every year, which I do not agree with, okay? But at least we have data on the flu jab, okay? That it ain't going to clip a whole bunch of folks. At least we've got that data. Now, I've always been suspicious about the timing of when the flu comes around, okay? I have always been suspicious. Because it always seems to come around right when they start giving folks jabs. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Right when they tell everybody to go in there and roll their sleeves up, all your nurses, they roll their sleeves up. People in what am I thinking? The ER, not the ER. God, I can't even think of the place right now. Emergency something. Damn, I'll think of it in a second. But all the medical staff, all them to be rolling their sleeves up, getting the flu jab, and all of a sudden, here comes the flu, boys. Just seem to come around right during the time when everybody getting the jab. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a correlation. I'm just saying that it smells. That's all. But the actual thing that they brought to the court system said they accused the hospital system of violating state law as well as federal public health law related to the use of medical products in emergencies, saying coronavirus vaccines have only been authorized for emergency use, which is correct, and therefore cannot be mandated. They want the court to issue an order barring Houston Methodist from terminating the unvaccinated employees. Now, this place had suspended 178 workers without pay for not receiving the jab. All right? Now, they were given until June 21st to comply with the vaccine policy before Houston Methodist initiates the employee termination process. Now, it's a shame that you got nobody out here that'll back you, okay? As far as, well, you gotta lean on your fellow man. But as far as the court system or nothing, but they won't back you, all right? When it's obviously wrong, okay? Emergency use, they made the thing in less than a year. If we talk about Moderna, they made it in 2 days, okay? Before it was even declared a pandemic. Let your boy know. I'm trying to figure the thing out. Why they were so quick to make something that they didn't even know was going to spread from human to human. Just a little nefarious, don't we think? Raise both eyebrows almost off your head. I mean, looking at these folks. Now, the thing is, nobody can be held liable, okay? You assume all the risk, which is what the problem is here. Nobody assumes any risk, okay? I can't sue the companies that make it. I can't sue the government. I can't sue my employers. I just foot everything. So if I get screwed up, I got to go to the hospital. I foot the bill. If I die, then dang it, I mean, I'm dead, and my family can't get any compensation or anything. You see what I'm saying? For something emergency use, which depending on what age and what demographic you're in, your likelihood of passing from the disease that should not be named is minuscule at best, okay? I mean, at best. So, I mean, that's what we're talking about. And I applaud these people for standing up. And it might cost them. I mean, it might cost them the job, but, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Now, I'm hoping they will be able to find another job. But, I mean, who's to say that everybody isn't pushing that? But it looks like the U.S. District Attorney, Judge Lynn Hughes, which, hey, it's a good thing they put the name up there so you know who you're looking at, okay? Remember the name, okay? Hey, look, my motto is that, hey, I forgive, but I do not forget, okay? I will remember your name, sir. And then what Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do, okay? Forgive Larry Hughes, not Larry Lynn. I don't know who Larry Hughes is. I don't know why I said Larry, for he knows not what he does, okay? Now, Hughes wrote, although her claims fail as a matter of law, it is also necessary to clarify that hospital worker Jennifer Bridges has not been coerced. Oh, okay. All right. So I guess, hey, I guess he answered my question. I guess your employer is saying, hey, I'm going to fire your ass if you don't take this vaccine. I guess that ain't coercion. So, I mean, hey, he broke it down for me. He said, Bridges says that she is being forced to be injected with a vaccine or be fired. This is not coercion. Okay? I mean, I guess not. Well, what do you call it then? Blackmail? Isn't blackmail a type of coercion? I mean, I'm just wondering. I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. If you did that with a sexual act, we run into issues, wouldn't we? You say, hey, young lady, we're going to have sex, or I'm going to fire your ass. That would be an issue, correct? I mean, let me know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Mr. Hughes, would you have an issue with that? I'm just trying to figure the thing out, okay? That's all I want to know. Now, I know some people are like, oh, man, it's not the same thing. But hey, bud, it's the quid pro quo, isn't it? Isn't that what it is? Something like that, doggone it. But it says a Methodist is trying to do their business of saving lives without giving them the CV-19 virus. My God, man. But who are you going to give it to? Who? You're going to give it to the unvaccinated people who at this point in time have chosen to be unvaccinated and have assumed the risk? I mean, I thought the vaccinated folks were cleansed. Let me know. Bud, it's all BS and bullshit, man. I've been saying this the whole time. And folks don't believe you, bud. And and they want to strong arm you into getting the jab. Oh, we get the jab or lose your job, you know what I'm saying? I know you've been here a while. I know you've been building up benefits. You want to keep those benefits, don't you? Get this jab. What happens if it messes them up? What happens if they pass? I mean, I'm just trying to figure the thing out, okay? I mean, Methodist, Houston Methodist, are you gonna send some money to the family? For this, of course, they'll die, or they'll get messed up. And they're like, it's not related to the jab. Of course not. Nobody ever gets hurt from the jab. Trust us on this. Believe us. I ain't believing shit y'all got to say. Now it says it is a choice made to keep staff, patients, and their families safer. Oh my God. Folks keeps talking about safety, man. But it was the other day right here where I live. It was a family, young lady. I think she was in her 20s, upper 20s, like 27, 28. But a woman ran a red light, KO blowed them, okay? Killed her, killed 3 of her kids, and kill her and kill 2 of the kids, and the other kids survived. So it's just like, bud, stop talking about safety, because as long as you alive, you ain't safe. You ain't safe from nothing. Anything can get you at any time. I mean, dang, bud. You know neither the day nor the hour, okay? Because if you did, you'd be scrambling to try to avoid it. But sometimes we meet our destiny on the road that we took to avoid it, without a shadow of a doubt. But it says right here, Bridges can freely choose to accept or refuse the CV-19 vaccine. However, if she refuses, she would simply need to work somewhere else. Just simply work somewhere else. Or if you go to this next place and like, well, we're not hiring anybody unless you get the CV-19 vax. You go to the next hospital, well, we're kind of following the policy. We're following the CDC guidelines about keeping folks safe. You see, but they'll just keep permeating this nonsense to you. Oh, just find somewhere else to work. Just find somewhere to work. Oh, and if you can't end up getting into a hospital, and I guess, you can just change your whole life and just figure something else out. It's like, dang, bud. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh, just find somewhere else to work. It's all good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere right up the street, bud, to take you right in. Now they may be able to find work elsewhere, okay? But how would they feel if, and I think other workers there need to stand with these people and be like, hey, man, they don't want to take it, but of course, everybody looks out for themselves. So that's what I always say when they said last year that we were in this together. I said lie to somebody else, okay? Because I don't know you. I'm not hanging out with you. If the shit hits the fan, I ain't going to your house, okay? So we need to calm down with this. We're all in it together. A whole lot of these folks you ain't never spoke to. You ain't send them a message or nothing. And they're going to get up in your face about what you need to do. I said, I think not. But it says right here, if a worker refuses an assignment, change office, earlier start time, or other directive, he may be properly fired. What they got to do with the experimental jab? Do what? What they got to do with an experimental jab that doesn't have any long-term studies on it? What? You see, this is what I'm talking about, bud. This is what I'm talking about. They are forcing these people to be a part of an experiment, okay? Because that's what it is. Because the placebo group, there is no more placebo group, all right? They've came out and said it. The placebo group is gone. So how do you have an actual trial, an actual study with no placebo group? You know why the placebo group's gone? Because they've went in and gotten the jab. They gotten the real juice. I don't know how they found out that they didn't have the, that it won't shot up with the, I'm guessing, with whatever they giving folks, okay? I don't know how they found that out, but those folks went and got the real jabs, and now it's like, well, dang, bud, we ain't got no placebo group. You ain't even got nothing to compare it to. So, I mean, hey, look, bud, for me, they had this thing plotted out and planned. And in closing on this, this right here is where people could run into issues, all right? It's when you're trying to take it to court and you're trying to fight for what is right, okay? Bodily autonomy, because if you're going to allow a woman to kill a baby through abortion, then I ought to have the right to not take an experimental jab, okay? That's all I'm saying. I mean, my body, my choice only suffices when we're talking about killing the babies. That's it. Any other time, you need to do what you're told, okay? And whatever the consequences are, they'll just be on your doorstep. And it's a shame, bud. So, this isn't right. Remember this guy's name? Judge Lynn Hughes, okay? He's a real piece of work. He's a real piece of shit. He's not in the freedom. He's not in the free choice. He's just in the tyranny and a whole bunch of BS. I guarantee his ass up there, he probably wore 8 masks on his face. And he'd probably go home with his wife and kiss her mask to mask. I swear to you. I'm trying to tell you. So, I want to know what y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section below. I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out my new podcast, Inside the Cube, with me, of course. It's on Spreaker. Also, you can find me on Spotify. If you have Apple Podcasts as well, check me out there. Hit a follow. Get a follow up there, okay? Follow, leave a comment, so we can grow that aspect of this channel and the community, of course. And if you want to support the channel any further, there are links in the description section below. This has been your boy XQ420. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.